The world is screwed, mega corporations run everything, war is constant, and the only way to survive is by recruiting enemy titty pilots called Sinkers, strapped in a giant throbbing mechs called ETE, and blasting the ever-loving crap out of each other. You're the Executor, a glorified simp commanding these leggy goddesses as they dodge bullets and slap enemies with railguns, missile barrages, and glowing swords in a 3D shooter that's equal parts chaos and eye candy. And goddamn, no matter how many times I log into this game, the fact that your character just stands there staring at you like an absolute psycho creeps me out. Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to the worst gacha ever, a video series where I discuss a gacha and tell you guys what I thought in explicit detail as we attempt to find the worst gacha ever. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that little bell notification. That way you remain up to date with every single thing that I post, and I post every Sunday. Do not miss out. Now go grab a vanilla Coke, a nacho cheese bag of Doritos, and let's jump right in. Imagine a 3D area where you're piloting a squad of anime vixens and hulking weaponized tin cans zipping across sprawling battlefields. It's a third-person shooter mashed with RPG spice, so you're not just pointing and clicking. You're weaving through bullet hell, cackling as you unload devastation onto unsuspecting victims. You control one sinker at a time, each rocking around ETE mech with a distinct and unique affinity and utility. One might be a railgun slinging sniper bopping heads from a mile away, while another's a close quarters psycho shredding foes with an energy blade. Every sinker's got a unique skill set, think precision strikes, AoE barrages, or buffs that juice up your squad. You can swap between them mid-fight so you're constantly juggling who's best for the moment like a demented puppet master. Movement's where it gets juicy. Your mech can sprint, it can dodge roll, and even take to the skies or seas depending on the map. It's not just stand and shoot, you're weaving through enemy fire, timing your evasions like a twitchy pro gamer on a Red Bull binge. Dodging's your lifeline. Enemies don't mess around. Grunts spray bullets, elites lob AoE blasts, and bosses hurl screen-filling death tantrums. You've got a dodge button that sends your mech skidding or rolling out of harm's way. Combat's real-time and frantic, chain basic attacks into combos and unleash a special move that makes the screen shake like an overclocked vibrator. Each hit feels meaty, with particle effects and explosions that'd make a pyromaniac blush. It's fluid, fast, and feels like you're conducting a violent symphony if that symphony was played with bazookas and buzzsaws. Special skills are the cherry on this carnage cake. Each sinker's got a signature move, maybe a precision orbital strike, a room-clearing shockwave, or a buff that turns your squad into temporary gods. These run on cooldowns or energy meters fed by landing hits, so you can't spam them like a noob. You've gotta weave them into the chaos. Swap sinkers mid-fight to chain their specials, and suddenly, you're juggling a sniper shot into a missile barrage, into a sword rush, cackling as the screen drowns in effects, or as your phone crashes from the strain. Boss fights crank it to 11. Think hulking mechs or biotech abominations with glowing weak points and telegraphed attacks. Dodge a massive slam that unload while they're staggered. It's less about tanking hits, your mechs aren't invincible after all, and more about dancing through the onslaught. Smaller enemies swarm in waves, keeping you on your toes, but the AI is predictable enough that you'll often learn their patterns and feel like a badass once you do. Downsides, it can get very samey. Wave after wave of cannon fodder really doesn't always thrill, and the mobile controls might make you want to chuck your phone when they lag. Compared to slicker rivals like Punishing Grey Raven, the depth's a little bit shallow. No crazy parry systems or intricate team synergies here, but for raw, unhinged energy, it's a mech-smashing, trigger-happy riot. You're not strategizing a thesis, you're slamming buttons, dodging death, and watching shit blow up in glorious anime style. Pure, dumb, degenerate bliss. It's what we're all here for. Now let's talk your sinkers, those anime bombshells right in the mechs. They level through the acquisition of experience points or EXP items that you snag from missions, events, or daily logins. You crank their level on their base stats, attack, health, defense, climb, making them less likely to crumple like tinfoil in a fight, but that's just the appetizer. To really juice them, you've got Ascension, or whatever fancy term they slap on it in this game, where you dump your rare materials to level caps and unlock new tiers of power. Each Ascension might boost a skill at a passive like extra crit chance or just make their numbers beefier. These mechs drop from harder stages or boss fights, so you're farming until your eyes bleed. Then there's the mechs themselves, your ETE rigs. These bad boys have their own upgrade track. You're slapping parts and modules onto them, scavenged from battles or crafted with resources. Parts boost raw stats, more damage for your railgun, tougher armor for tanking hits, while modules tweak playstyle like faster cooldowns or bonus explosion radius. You can level these up too, pouring in duplicates or generic upgrade fodder to push the ranks higher. Higher rank, bigger boom. Simple, but oh so addictive. Weapons get love too. Each sinker has their own special signature boomstick, sniper rifles, missile launchers, energy blades, and you can upgrade them separately with weapon-specific materials. Leveling these boosts damage output or adds effects like piercing shots or bleed procs. Some weapons can evolve at high levels if you've got the right rare drops, turning a decent gun into a war crime dispenser. Oh, and don't forget the skill upgrades. Every sinker's got active and passive abilities, those flashy specials like missile barrages or team buffs. You can level these in a number of different ways and they provide beneficial effects, shorter cooldowns, higher damage, bigger AoE. It's a slow burn, but watching your favorite pilot go from mildly annoying to apocalyptic terror is peak degenerate satisfaction. Resources are stingy as hell unless you wail out. You'll scrape by with dailies and story clears, but the good stuff, the rare mats, the high tier parts, hides behind time-gated events, brutal endgame stages, or the cash shop. In terms of content, you've got the story mode, the meaty backbone of the game. This is where you shepherd your anime mech girls through a post-apocalyptic sci-fi saga. It's a linear slog through cutscenes and combat stages. Expect waves of grunts, elite mini-bosses, and hulking monstrosities as you unravel the tale of a shattered Earth. Stages are split across land, sea, and air, each with its own vibe, like dodging torpedoes and naval brawls or sniping from the sky. It's your main source of XP, upgrade mats, and that sweet, sweet lore. Though don't expect Shakespeare. It's tropey anime feel to keep you blasting. There are numerous resource stages, the hamster wheel for resources. These are quick, repeatable runs to farm coins, XP items, and other necessary items used for upgrades. There's a challenge mode, but I gave up before unlocking that, and that's it for content. This game is honestly more shallow than the majority of battles that you engage in. The sinkers are all female because of course they are, and each one's a walking fetish checklist wrapped in a sci-fi bodysuit. You got your archetypes dialed up to 11, the cool-headed sniper with icy eyes and a skin-tight outfit that hugs every curve, the fiery melee brawler with wild hair and a plunging neckline swinging her energy blade like she's mad at the world, the bubbly support chick with the mini skirt and a giggle, tossing buffs while her mech dances around. The designs scream collect me. Think thigh-high boots, exposed midriffs, and tactical gear that's more fashion than function. Some rock futuristic visors or cybernetic bits for that extra mech porn edge. Velvet's honestly my personal favorite, who I use to manually walk around the control room. I guess you could call this a game mode because I'm gonna be completely honest with you all here, you're gonna be spending more time playing with your waifus here than any other area except the dorm. The dormitory is your personal playground, a 3D hub where your collected sinkers chill when they're not blasting enemies. Picture a sleek, futuristic lounge with glowing panels, plush furniture, and a vibe that screams high-tech harem. Each sinker you've pulled gets their own little space here. Think of it like a virtual dollhouse for your mech piloting goddesses. You can pop in, you can see them lounging around, and watch them toss you coy smiles or snarky one-liners. Interacting with them provides you unique animations, although it's severely limited at present as we only have access to 3 waifus in question, and it is pretty tame, a far stretch from Girls Frontline 2. The gacha honestly isn't bad at all. 10 pulls have a 1,000 premium gem cost with a 1.5% chance of S-rank unit acquisition. It does utilize a 50-50 system, meaning if you fail to attain a max rarity unit within 70 pulls, you're guaranteed one at your 70th pull. Although the S-rank unit only has a 50% chance of being the limited banner unit, you're guaranteed the unit after you reach pity once again at 140. Honestly, 70 pulls is better than Wuwa's 80 and Genshin's 90. Weapons are the same, a functional 50-50 system is present, but pity is at 50 pulls, and a guarantee is present at 100, much higher than Wuwa, but still much lower than Genshin. You're guaranteed an S-rank unit early in the game, and are given infinite rerolls, reducing the necessity for closing and opening new accounts, and I genuinely appreciate that. Honestly, ETE Chronicle isn't a terrible game, it's just a very basic, very generic game with not a single standout feature that I grew bored of very quickly. Now let's break down my rating. Content 2 out of 10. Sadly, there's the main story, and there's material farming, and that's about it. Difficulty, 2 out of 10. The difficulty, or the lack thereof, is very disappointing. Auto combat lets you turn off your brain while it clears content for you. Free-to-play friendliness, 4 out of 10. I'd say it's about average. Both weapons and characters possess a 50-50, which I loathe, but neither are particularly high. Gameplay, 5 out of 10. Honestly, if you play it manually, which you can, it's kind of fun. Graphics, 3 out of 10. Characters looked great. Some of the characters looked great, but otherwise, this was a very mobile-looking game. Sound, 3 out of 10. I don't recall much other than the attack effects being spammed over and over. Story, 2 out of 10. I mean, like, most gacha games of its kind, it exists, so hey, that's something. Voice acting, 2 out of 10. World, 4 out of 10. It wasn't bad. It had lore, numerous terrain styles, character personalities, fun, 6 out of 10. I was actually pretty entertained when I played it each day. It's kind of fun. Overall, I'd give this 33 big titty anime waifus out of 100 small titty waifus, or 3.3 out of 10. Not a bad game, but definitely not a good one. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna wanna.